are back again for a new episode of a little bit of Okami. We left off with the Great Plains explored and returning back to Kamiki Village with something unusual going on with festivities in full swing. And apparently, this guy wants us to bloom all the trees. Who am I to say no if we get rewarded for it? With experience, no less. I will say I'm very thankful that they give... It's a surprising amount of quality of life for one of these older games where it actually tells you how many of a thing you have to do. Like, for instance, he said there were 15 trees. I believe if I go back and talk to him, he will now say there's only 13 left. Yep. Plus, being able to get that distance helps leap balance. Let's get a little bit of food in our belly. Yeah, listen. Gotta fill up my astral pouch somehow. Mr. Orange's dance, huh? Something about... Oh! Sakura's tree is called Konohana. So, the old man is up on deck on the hill. I think that's the place where forever ago... What was it? That's where we first drew the sun in order to bring light back to the village. Nice. We got different dogs and food. Oh, nice. We do get... Oh, that's good. You get 4 pieces because you cut it into quarters. Is my instinct? Nope, no good. It was worth a try. Sure. These chickens are pretty big, so they're gonna give us 2 praise per? Yeah, that's some nice experience there. I think one of these houses might have some new treasure. We can yank from the villagers for totally legal and normal reasons. Because we're a god and it's totally not stealing. Right, guys? I think I can do this without them, right? Hey! Wonderful. That's fun. The carving has a little fish in its mouth. That's cute. And we just gotta make our way back. These little icons, I believe, just always show up when there's someone in the distance. But they're too far away for you to actually visually recognize. So just makes them a little placeholder face, which is a little funky. Birds. I always forget how many creatures want seeds. Because I mean, birds aren't going to be I should probably check if there are any sacred trees here that I can do? Repeat. Uh-oh. She isn't here. That's not good. Are they... That's all they're saying, huh? Gee, I wonder where that big statue is. It's kind of sad that you can't fill out that one too. It would be fun if they let you also fix the sword on that statue. I would have expected them to hide some sort of buried treasure around here too, but the cool thing is, this is normal, but once I go through the gate, we see the weird spirit world entrance. Sadly, walking back out around the gate doesn't magically turn the rest of the area into a spirit world, as cool as that would be. Nice spot. Another charm. Lovely. We're just gonna hope that the rest of the trees are all outside and not hiding somewhere stupid. Big circle. And slightly big circle. Oh. Music, I'm gonna say that we did it. And now, Old Man Orange is gonna freak out because all the trees look awesome. And now he's going to... Oh, he's gonna dance out the door. Socket of Valor. Oh. Let's see. Yeah, sure. That... I don't think that counts as ginger themselves. I'm not even gonna comment on that one. I'll just imagine if alcohol actually worked. It's time for another Susano style segment. Where we get to help out. It goes crazy. And then we bloom. Over. They're cute little segments. It's kind of, I think, or at least I see it as showcasing how the gods still need the power of humans, believing in them and harnessing that in order to do great acts of good. Sudden, the tree has been fully blossomed, and Konohana thrives again. And now he's almost dead because he overexerted himself as an old man. But who's gonna call that? Except, she's back. And she's wearing less clothes, because of course she is. At least she's far away, so they can't make another spectacle out of the joke. Okay, never mind. I will admit, I find it very entertaining that Amaterasu is canonically a goddess and thus extremely gay for women. You gotta respect the hustle. It's quite fantastic. And she just goes, yeah, you should keep doing that, and then I'll keep making you better. Sadly, it doesn't look like even with the blossoms we got fruit for those first two that we did. A fresh set of flowers. Oh, to be a tree spirit. Actually, that would probably suck in today's day and age now that I think of it. Never mind. But, in the spirit of nature, it looks like it's time for another constellation. And another monkey at that. There we go. Another one of the instruments. Just as coordinated as ever. Osagami. It's here all second of the final trio. Oh, it just straight up doesn't tell us yet. That's funny. Water. So now we can stand in the middle of the water. Gee, I wonder where there's giant water puddles. How about in the space behind Susanna's shack? And surprise, surprise, it's another drawing circles ability. I will admit that it does leave something to be desired, but it was a PS2 game to their defense. And it is pretty impressive altogether. Travel a bit further, huh? Yep. That is... Okay, they're just gonna show it, yep. It's all the way out and to the right. Hopefully, on our way out, I have enough money to buy a new technique from that guy. Thankfully, they're pretty forgiving of how many saplings you can put down. Ooh, that's my second silver fragment, so I only need one more before I get an extra heart. Not to mention, of course, the extra one that I'll get. Oh, they look like they were kind of in a triangle. So I figured I would at least try my hand at it in case there was something hiding there. I will say though that because creating lily pads does require us to system are still going to be swimming most of the time, and also using lily pads when we need to either jump or if we just need to take a breather. Since it is very possible. What do we have? 17,000? Stone. I definitely have enough to buy something from Old Man Onigiri. But first, I think we didn't actually see anything come out of our good deed for the nameless man when we restored his kill. So let's go check up on him. See what's up. Is there something else I have to do over here with the films? I already get the bunnies. Ooh, I filled my astral pouch. So all I had to do was just interact with the signs in order to unlock the dialogue. I guess let's find out. There's nothing here for me to loot. I'm gonna casually take. That's fine. You can make money by just cutting his firewood for you. Oh. There's nothing in here, right? Can I not cut this giant rock? I guess not. It is pretty big, to be fair. But I expected they would at least, like, nope, sorry, your cut bounced off or something like that. I think there are rocks later on where they go, no. And they just make a little error sound when they try to cut them. I knew there was something here. You always gotta hide something behind something else. Did I ever figure out what was up with these? I have them off, so I guess. I guess I'll have to just right now since I have no clue what else to do with them. And instead, right off in search of knowledge. I wonder if that old man I wonder if the male guy is still running around here. I wouldn't be surprised if he showed up again. But Spirit Storm. I guess I'll get Free Flight. And sadly, these cutscenes are always the same. The transformation and all that. But at least they invite me to skip it. And then I get technique scrolls, and now I'm able to dodge around as much as I like. It's quite handy since it also starts the dodge just like it would if you did a dash or a normal attack. so you can use it in some tight spots to get tight turns when you're dashing. Is there anything buried up here? Horses that I fed. Someone put it out. Okay. I guess he's got no time for me, huh? I see how it is. I'll just head right off. First, yeah. We'll get one health upgrade. This, we can use our Cheerios like that last time. Awesome. And get even more treasure. See if we can make it to that all in one breath. No. I'm gonna go ahead and say no. Because I'd rather not start over and try not to go from the beginning. I love these sort of subtle tricks though. Like, oh, there's a bombable wall here, so you're forced to learn how to use bombs before you can get to the next area. Which is this beautiful, hypothetical, but it is in fact almost completely done because there's so much curse. It's just awful. Oh, shit. Awesome. Surprised that worked. I didn't think it would actually knock him out of the ground, but that is awesome. Makes my life way easier. Is that? Yeah, that's not good. Stuff, and then does it go above ground? No. I can still go a decent ways over here. Oh wow, it goes like all the way up. That's rough. This cave, though, appears undeterred. Oh look. Some rocks that we can't cut. And a weird house with some weird little chests that are burning on fire. Gotta see what's up. She's got just treasure lying around. Don't mind if I do. And anything on the wings? So much money. Creepy doll. And I guess that heals me. Cool. What you got, Madam Fawn? Let's Ah. Yep, this area. Oh, Rochi is back. Who could have seen this coming? Fortune teller, surprise. She gives us hints. Cave sealed by a rock. A holy bomb to break the cracked rock. And now, in our pause menu, wasn't it somewhere in here? I guess I'm wrong. I thought it was somewhere in... Nope, there it is. Fortune. I knew it was somewhere in here. And so now, we gotta go find ourselves a cracked rock in a cavern that hides a sapling. Thankfully, it shouldn't be too hard to find. There's only so many areas that aren't cursed. Let's see. Torches on the wall. Oh, nighttime. Nice. Yeah. Cracked wall. Who could have seen this coming? There she is. The hard part here is actually getting a good angle to cover it. Hey, and sit back and watch some great divine intervention. I love how like the entire lake is just barren, and somehow revitalizing it adds the giant islands in the middle of the lake. Don't fully understand how that works, but I mean, sure, I guess. Power of gods, or what have you. I guess it'd be power of humans since he's the one who made them disappear in the first place. Who's counting? We got our first new item. And you get to learn about main and sub weapons, which are essentially just pressing square, triangle, or X and Y. So now I can use my shield, or I guess my reflector as a shield, or my beads that I just got will serve as like a gun almost, where you shoot rosary pellets at enemies as a sub-weapon. Or, as a main weapon, you sort of throw it around like a whip. Probably one of my favorites, just for how they can cause things to actually use the weapon. Oh? We got flute, I guess? And we got a weird-ass guy playing a flute from on high. It is Waka. And for some reason, he speaks French, I guess? I really don't understand why, but like, well, I guess. And for whatever reason, he can see the markings, and the Divine Reflector. It's kind of sad that it defaults back to the Divine Reflector regardless of what you have equipped, but you gotta take what you can get. You know how it goes. And now we fight him, like, with a lightsaber, I guess? Because apparently that's how it works. First zones. The shadowy figure fled into the night. So whoever sealed it is the person who took the sword. And now you can use blood. Nice little monster. And of course it's called Pillar Top. And it has another song because apparently everyone knows at the top. Is Pillar Top the flute or the katana? Because the flute is also bad. So I have other things that I should be able to Oh. Oh, dang. That was like 20% of his health. Right. I do have Dobby's and Traveler's Charms. Do a little bit more. Instead of trying to get a really good spot on this guy. I wonder if I can finish him off. I didn't even need those charms. But apparently, he knows us. And apparently, we forgot. And into it, everything. The sun, Roach is back, apparently. Even though Sakuya literally just said that, it's only now getting into our skulls. And his presence is so strong that you can say his name, curse you. And you magically disappear. Someone took Sukiyomi. Hey, it's the bear! The sacred sword was removed very easily, which is unusual. It got removed while he was in the capital for some reason. And I'm napping. Ethan's just like, yeah, you can keep talking, buddy. We've already been actually working. You're a prophet, but we're actually doing stuff. Sorry, bud. And he's like, oh, you better hurry up. Yeah, do you want to actually do any work? And he's just like, wow, you are not anywhere near the power that you used to be. The shadowy figure. Little bouncing friend. And apparently he can see into the future, but he couldn't stop the sword. A lot of big thrills. What a very useful prophecy. That guy's a creep. I'm sure there is someone who liked him, but he really does just kind of exist to give weird foreshadowing and try and beat you up once in a while to make sure that you actually know how to fight. But he makes for a pretty good payday, you gotta admit. I was here, which means that little chest that I saw was right here. It's a weird little bulb. You only have so many ways to interact, so it's probably making it bloom so that it opens up all of its leaves in joy. And voila, free treasure. Like, technically, you could get into the weeds and be like, oh, it costs 8. But with the rate that you get it back, I don't think that matters. Oh, hi, Kokari. Love this little guy. He's totally not a Kokiri. It's one. He's called the Certain Ruins. He ran away, but he left his dog behind. And on his way home, he drops the key, but it's in the water. And he doesn't have anything left to fish with. You bonk him so that he stops crying. Interesting. So he's just going to pretend like he's fishing? And it's just magically going to work? Deep abyss. A humongous fish swallowed the moon. And now it never rises in Agata Forest. And now I actually just use rejuvenation to fish. We're just gonna go for whichever one's biggest. And now I want to keep it in the green. Probably, I assume, near the high end. I don't actually know if it's different until it gets close enough that I can dump it out of the water, whip it, and bring it in. Yeah, and sometimes it's a little awkward if they're right on top of the rod. It'll be like, oh, you were trying to just draw a little bit of flowers, weren't you? Some nice crabs. A big boy. This is the first time we're going fishing, so it's not gonna be too hard, right? Oh, I didn't think it was actually gonna be that easy, huh? Wow. A giant salmon. Awesome. That's gonna be dinner for like weeks. Except, for some reason, it had the key to the ruins. So now he can totally go save the dog. And it's definitely not just gonna be us. Smiles. I mean, to be fair, I wouldn't want a kid going into a giant deadly ruin if I could stop him. So it's just gotta be us. No bones about it, as they say. But that's not going to stop us from having a couple detours to do some minor divine interventions. Picking up the pace a little bit. A little happier. Grabbing some treasure. Oh good, you can hit multiple in one. I was kind of worried that you couldn't do it with these guys. You guys like herbs. You're carnivore herbivores. I do not trust this game to not mess up, so I'm gonna just place this key in the ruins while I can. In case it messes up and somehow makes me do it again later. Can I? Nope, I cannot skip this. But it's pretty simple. At least it's a shortcut scene, just... Hey, the door opened. Let's go inside. No way. Deer are also herbivores. We know this. They're not built to murder people. It makes sense. Are those different deer from the ones over here? They are. Awesome. Love to see extra risk. Oh god, what's it called? Praise. I don't think... Yeah, we can't dig that yet. Oh my god, he's sleeping again. Oh wow. That killed him down That is amazing. Yeah, we're just gonna I had to help. Is that a breeze? Yeah, it does. Okay. I'm happy now. And we got a gold damage because we didn't get hit not once. I think actually need an extra ink container. Yeah, nice. Oh, sure, you're awake. You totally have been awake this whole time, haven't you, Susanna? I believe you, just like I believe the sun rises in the morning. Crazy something up. Bridges on the road. He totally wants to slay the beast. He's definitely not just hiding. Every little bit adds up, as they say. Ooh. I'm gonna have to buy more herbs. Dang. I guess I should have figured that the creatures would be force. But hindsight is always 20/20, as they say. A funky little merchant here. Who does? Kiba. Chalky, huh? He's a fang trader. So he is where we trade our demon fangs that we've been collecting. Because he has been collecting them. And he's got a lot of good stuff for us. Which we are gonna save up for that golden lucky cat, because more money always sounds like a good time to me. Guess I'm gonna these fish harder to kill them. Alright, with the rosary, since the rosaries only do one hit in the air. I guess we're gonna have to do a little bit of farming in order to get items in reserve. Do I? Ooh, you can sell the fish, right? That is a ton of ooh, gold dust. Awesome. Love to see. Now that we've got some money, we can start saving up. He's already selling big bones that we can use once we get a ton of health. Because I think the small ones only do 3 health. And though we have only 4 mans right now, it's definitely gonna get a lot bigger. That so anything fun hiding back here. Blah blah blah, another miniature cursed zone. Easy to fix. But it's got some treasure in it. We'll see what we got. Even if it's kind of crazy that it didn't even reward us for saving the zone beyond the treasure. Even first, couldn't just bring us a little bit of praise. I love the awkward pose that half the deer that you find are in. It's like, I know they're supposed to be grazing, but it looks like they just like fell asleep on the spot. Just calmed out like that. Very Is there any extra? I don't know how to do stuff with that. I feel like it's left behind. Ooh. Another orb. You know we love orbs. So we're gonna try and find it. Because I know who else loves orbs. That would happen to be a certain bear. I'm sure we'd be very happy to have a new climbing implement to roll on. And he just went back to sleep. We did get some bonus points for it. So that counts for something. Sleepy, the newly dubbed. I appreciate that they don't even say like balls or orbs. They say spheres. Can I come in? I can try. That means right is about to fall. There's still a couple of these treasure chests. And I think the nightfall means that we can go back to Shinshu and hunt down some more of those wanted demons if we wanted. colluding. Monsters have been disappearing. His son disappeared. But his son is the kid that had the dog. He's supposed to be doing the bridge. But he doesn't want to do the bridge while his dog is missing. So surprise, surprise, we gotta help him with the bridge, or help him with the dog before we can get the bridge. And this guest is how we increase the base stats of our weapons. So now we don't Oh wow. It actually stops them from exploding by exploding that. That is not the kind of thing you would expect as an interaction, huh? So now that he's confused, we just move him up a little bit. Cut him in half. Is that the fight? Yeah, good stuff. We're back up to 1,000. I guess that's how much the little dodge skill we got lost. Oh god, no. There's another orb. I don't want to carry the orb all the way back. I might do that off stream. Because it seems like he seems bored. Let's try and clear out the rest of this area first. See all there is to see. The idea of a stone holding ink is such an odd concept to me. Like, I'm sure it makes sense once you understand what it's like. No. There's no way, right? Oh wow, actually killed it. Without it exploding or before it died. Consider me surprised. But that is, I believe, if my counting is right, 50 treasures. There. Even things for a golden lucky cat. Which goes in the new artifact slot. Just for items like that. Now that it is nighttime, let's check out that little doorway up here that we saw. I know stuff tends to change in the world between day and night, so maybe if we go back to Shinshu Field, that guy will be doing pottery in the middle of the night. Or we can finally race the postman. If nothing else, it's worth a try. And dang it, that's another pot that we can't dig because we can't dig through rock. That's sad. But, would you look at that, we're back here. We can run around, fight demons. Wait up, buddy. could also just run if there's not a wanted monster. It's a very real strategy. It's pretty easy to tell because the wanted monster bunch of balloons, so I can just cut them all in one and get a bunch of demon fangs. But for the most part, we're gonna be fighting everyone except those other good time in finding the last couple of guys. It was either 3 or 4 that we had left. I don't know. It'll tell us very shortly. Akuzo. I wish these sort of special guys. I guess it is like just the very first thing, so it's not same. But I'm a glutton for punishment. I'm not gonna lie and say that. I like it. Just a I would not be surprised if specifically useless scrolls out in the world. So say that guy would always show up with that scroll. Let's check in on old Mr. Nameless. Aw, he gave me rice balls. What a nice guy. Such a shame that he won't make his gosh dang pottery. Like, come on, man. I brought all the stuff back and everything. Nice. Oh yeah, I forgot, that stuff only glows during the night. You can still see like a little tip of the chest during the daytime, but it glows during the night, so it's easier for you to see them at a distance. Let's see what we got here. Also say that that was mentioned a while ago, also goes down fights. Because it is not very godly or valorous. I wonder if shooting people with those weapons does more damage. Ever since I played Sekiro forever ago, I always think about things that deal range damage, like automatic enemies that are flying. But hey, we only have one more to cross off of our list. And if we're lucky, find it before keep my fingers crossed for now. before I went to the shrine. So I bet that bombs guy might have the last guy, or the last demon, sitting outside of his house. Makes sense. Oh? No? He moved? He actually went over to his kiln? And now it's back. First piece of work is almost ready. Okay, so he's gonna start making pots once he gets it going again, which I'm gonna assume is just a time thing. He still wants absolutely nothing to do with us. And we, I think, are gonna head over back to Agata Forest. And then we are going to cut things off once we get into the temple. And then we are going to start up next time with exploring that giant temple. I love a good dungeon. And as much as that little grove area where we got the Bloom Village was fun, it was a little too small to consider it a proper dungeon. You understand. Still can't do one, but I don't think we ever can. As far as I remember, there's really no way to speed up swimming. But ooh, actually, I don't think I checked behind the tree for the second treasure chest. Let's see if I missed one. No, there was a clover. I did check. Oh, bad. You fool. There we go. We're gonna have to run past that rat. He's gonna try and beat us up, and we just leave. I do believe there's one other thing here that we did not look at. And that's that we gotta go through. And it's a bunch of stuff that we can't even interact with. Because, you know, of course. There's always gotta be more stuff that you can't do. How else are we gonna encourage you to go backtrack? It's half the fun after all. Fun, we've got some nefarious, scary music, and some purple goo instead of water. You love to see it. Let's just get on over here. The lily pads literally just evaporate if you try to draw them on the water. So I'm gonna say that we probably die if we try to swim. And I feel like covering your entire body with that is probably a pretty freaking bad idea. Anything hiding back here? Nope, which means this is gonna be where we end it, folks. You have a good day. I'll see you later.